So it looks like the passport bro made a follow-up to his last video, which at the time of this recording, privated the original video for some reason. Wonder why. But we're gonna be reacting to Wes reacting to the guy's follow-up. So if you want to go support Wes, I'll be linking his video down in the description below. So go support our boy Wes. And if you want to stay a part of these conversations, consider subscribing to my channel. We're trying to hit 1 million by the end of 2025. Anyway, there's a lot to be said. Also, there's going to be a playlist on my Poland playlist where you can check out what I thought about this whole situation. Let's get into it. More drama.
I want to emphasize it, guys. I don't give a f. I don't give a f. Dummy.
So you would think that the saga is over, but it is not. Our favorite passport bro has made a response video to my video, and it is just as bad as you think. So
I thought that was hilarious. I'll tell you what. So this is the original video that he posted. We reacted to that video. The fact that he made a response to this video, not to mine, to his, it's just insane because it's like, I will say this, as a smaller creator, if a large creator does like a takedown or like just criticizes my videos, which I've had before, I usually look at it as like, well, okay, is there something I'm doing wrong? Maybe it's the editing style. Like, for example, I did a tutorial that worked, but then somebody, this is the context, they looked at it, but it was an old tutorial and it was outdated. And so when they reacted to it, I ended up getting a lot of hate because it was like, oh, it's misleading, but it just actually was outdated. And so that was actually, though I didn't like how they responded, it was something that I could have done to help. There was something I could have done to make sure no one was confused. And so what I did was on that tutorial, I put a date, like the year, like 2023. Even though you can see when the video was uploaded, I still put like 2023 outdated, which I don't make gaming videos anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But there's sometimes when, even as a smaller creator, there is times you need to learn, like really listen to what the feedback is and go from there. But I don't think this is what's going to be. So
I highly recommend watching the first video so you can get a little bit of context on what's going on. But essentially, this delusional passport bro came to Poland, didn't do that well, proceeded to insult the entire country. But now that he's getting
and by not do well is hook up with women, or women hook up with him. Actually, yeah, let's clarify. He didn't do well because women weren't flocking to him like he was some rock star celebrity. Okay, all right. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but he's just being a shitter, and he got his ego hurt, so he decided to shit on Poland. Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot of heat for it. He's saying that it was all a joke, and we're crazy for taking all this seriously.
I'm a disrespectful motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm working on that. I'm rude.
At least he admits it. I don't think this is something you should be proud of. And this is what happens when you haven't really seen how the world works. You know, it's always really weird to me when I see guys make videos like this, taking pictures of the girl, taking videos of her.
I will say this. No. So I am somebody who's like, I'll talk shit when I need to. But I think it's how do I say, like, Wes is much more of a nicer guy than I am. I'll talk my shit if I feel that it's a place where I can, right? I'm not just over here just shitting on people. But like, for example, this guy, right? One of the things I pointed out in the first video is like, you're talking about money, you're talking about value of women, but like, look at his walls. He ain't got shit on his walls. Where's his room? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, not everybody has to have, you know, this cool ass setup that my room is, right? Let me see. Let me show you my cool ass room. I collect popcorn buckets from the movie theater. I got the Danusi popcorn bucket. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, this guy was talking about money and like shitting on Polish people and all that, when like he doesn't even have any personality going on for him. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get into it. I'll believe that in. I'm not gonna edit it out.
which seems to be without her permission.
He playing a good guy role. We call it the white knight role, like back in the day, where a guy act like he's so good and so clean just to get girls and get validations.
Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna hear him out first. But yeah, that's crazy that he's saying that.
Good job, buddy.
I don't.
Hold on. Look at this. Look at the assumption. I'm reacting to Wes, who's reacting to him, who's reacting to Wes, who's reacting to him. This is insane, bro. Dude, this is getting out of hand. Hold on. I had to take a screenshot of this. This is insane, dude. Anyway, yeah, this dude, it's crazy.
I don't think having common decency and basic human respect is a white knight. I'm the first guy to call out poor behavior by anybody, by men or by women, right? And I don't think saying that you should respect somebody's privacy is white knighting. I don't know what he's saying. And this is one of the big issues I have about these red pill guys in general. They're so caught up in...
So he is, so Wes does see it that way. Because in the first video that we reacted to, I was thinking like, yeah, this is giving me Andrew Tate red pill type shit. But Wes never called it that. And so I was, I kept saying that because I still felt that way. I just didn't know what Wes thought. So I'm glad that he says it, because it's like, I thought I was the only one that was like caught this. I don't know if he's really like that. He could not be, right? But I just think that he comes off very much that way.
The red pill Kool-Aid, that any respectful behavior is like, oh, you're just trying to white knight, bro. I know there are certain guys who want to be nice just so they can get pussy. That totally exists, right?
That 100% exists. Oh my God. Especially on the internet. Especially on the internet. Not as much in the real life, but a lot on the internet. Because it's so easy to do, right? Just like something or comment. Oh my God, please. Right? Yeah.
But what I'm doing here is just basic human respect. I don't understand how that's white knighting. Difficult to distinguish between the Polish girls and the Ukrainian girls and the Belarusian girls, who are all very different.
What? What are you talking about? So difficult for him to like, bro, I've been to other countries, bro. Probably more countries than you.
First off, I know that's not true. Parcero, yo aprendí español en 6 meses. Yo hablo 4 idiomas y estoy aprendiendo mi quinto.
Pero entiéndeme bien. I'm not putting subtitles. Pero te voy a decir una vez. Cuando él estaba hablando de qué es lo que estaba hablando este chavo, él no estaba entendiendo el contexto de lo que estaba hablando. ¿Me entiendes? He wasn't under... So he's saying like, what is this guy talking about? He's totally not even understanding what Wes is saying. He doesn't even know what's going on. He wasn't paying attention. Wes is talking about he might have met these different countries, like people from different countries in Poland, so that's where his perception is coming from. If anything, he was trying to cut him some slack, but that's how you know a guy like this has no, you know what I mean? Like he's not self-aware enough to even recognize someone's trying to give him slack. That's just bad character.
Other countries, bro. Probably more countries than you.
First off, I know that's not true. Parcero, yo aprendí español en 6 meses. Yo hablo 4 idiomas y estoy aprendiendo mi quinto. Uczę też polskiego. Nie jesteśmy takie same, bracie.
Yeah, bro. I try to flex the Spanish part, but I don't know Polish yet. I'm getting there.
Very valid point. The Polish, Ukrainian, and Belarusian girls all look very similar, but their countries and their cultures are extremely different. My point went over this guy's head completely.
Exactly my point. Thank God. Okay.
How unself-aware can you be, bro? It's
yes.
Crazy.
Poland ain't shit. I'm keeping it real. I will not go to Poland. Fuck no. No.
Look at how he's laughing at this. This is how you know that this guy isn't about that life, because
he's also at this point, like, I think he's just baiting. Like, he's just baiting, or he's really that, like, grossly unaware. Right? I think here's the issue. I guess I should say this. The thing about these red pill guys, they're kind of, they do the sneako thing where they say they once they find a controversy that they can leech off of, right? Because these red pill guys are leeches. That's what they do. They leech off of a controversy and milk it and blow it up even more and more and more, especially when they're feeding off bigger creators. And then they start so that they can build an audience and then start just feeding the garbage that they would to that audience. So this kind of feels like bait, to be honest.
These words on the street will get you killed, bro. Imagine going to a country and saying that it ain't shit, thinking it's a joke and people are just gonna take that as a joke. And this is how you know that this guy is just living in a bubble in America, because any country in the world, if you openly disrespect them, they're going to react poorly. Look, on my channel, I've made negative videos about countries. I've made negative videos about Philippines, Thailand, Colombia, all these places. But if you look at the comment section, even though there are some dislikes, there are a lot of locals that actually agree with me because I do it in a respectful way.
I haven't seen those videos yet, but maybe we should check them out. But I think the point still stands. It just goes about how you do it, right? Like, so I criticize, for example, American culture, but I don't hate America. I love America, quite frankly. So there's just like there's ways you can do it if you're just more aware of what you're trying to say.
Talk about a country's problems, but I never disrespect the people. I never disrespect the culture. I talk about the problems in a logical and respectful way.
And in the night, she coming back to the crib and gonna measure how deep her throat is. I'm gonna keep in that butt. See, that's why we doing it, just to make people laugh, bro. It's obviously a joke, nigga. It's a joke. Obviously, y'all niggas don't understand jokes.
I don't think the joke is the problem. If he said that in the context of like the boys in a private setting, I would probably laugh too, right? It's not that it's not.
It is funny, but it's just like if you look at the whole context of the video, it doesn't make any sense.
Not funny. But doing this on a public platform, bro, he does not care about his image at all. And that's the problem, right? I say some really effed up shit around my boys too, you know? That's just how men talk. He's right. But
if you play video games, you know, I've been playing Marvel's Rivals lately, and I've been getting some dog shit teammates, I mean. And thank God I disable voice chat in game, because I would be saying some crazy shit because people be making me mad.
But I would never say stuff like this.
I'm silver 1, by the way. I'm almost there.
On a public platform. It's just goofy, bro. It's goofy.
I talk this way because I don't have a job and I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. I don't have to filter my way of talking. I can talk any way I want.
I mean, I also work for myself, and I feel like I don't filter a lot of the stuff that I said, but there is a line.
I'm not gonna kiss and tell. I'm a gentleman.
Dude's capping. I hate that word cap, but this is a prime example of just stop the cap. Just stop, bro. Just stop. This dude's crazy. But this layers of reaction is getting crazy. But I just, like, as somebody, for example, like, even when I was working for myself, I just think there's just certain ways you can carry yourself that isn't saying shit like this, unless it's like the whole thing's a bit. If the whole thing is a comedy bit and it's very hyper, like very aware and self-aware, then it's different. But I don't know, bro. I think he's just backtracking a little bit.
I'm not gonna kiss and tell. His whole entire channel is about his sexual conquest. What the
You know, it's funny.
There is a line.
I'm not gonna kiss and tell. I'm a gentleman.
I'm not gonna kiss and tell. His whole entire.
I didn't want to bring this up, but when I was looking up the original video to react to, because I wanted to react to him directly, but I was like, I went to his video, his channel, and it was like shit like this. It's just this. It's like this red pill sexual conquest shit, and it's like, nah, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? That's not something I want to react to and constantly talk about. Like, there's people like this you don't want to give attention to over time. You just want to they're just gonna kind of falter out. They're gonna exist in their bubble and they're just gonna not be as known, because you don't want to do a sneako situation where you give it more attention. But we'll play the game for now.
Their channel is about his sexual conquest. What the frick you talking about, bro?
If you're average, I'm talking to the average dude, because most people who watch the video is an average dude. That's what I'm talking about.
But you're not an average dude. Okay.
To them, y'all gonna have to, like, it'll be a little bit struggling for you, but like, I can do well in any country. Any country I've been to, I can do well in.
Oh, everybody else is average, but I'm not. It's like,
bro, and it's crazy because it's like, just to be, not to be mean, but you know what? I'm not gonna be mean. You know what? Let me know in the comments down below. Should I be more mean on these videos? I'm trying not to. When it comes to reactions like this, because like he's like, I'm not. I can do well. I'm different, bro. You got how big is this? It looks like Looks like he's in a jail cell. Look at this. There's a wall here, wall here, wall here. Where's all the decorations, man? He don't even have things on his shelves. He need to lock. He said rather than buying that $2,000 hair transplant that he had over here, he needs to start decorating his room. Do something different, not just claim it.
The girls that are like, oh, I'm a 10. I'm a 10. Doesn't matter how they look. We're all 10s. It's the kind of same mentality.
I have receipts. I have receipts.
And this is also a very insecure behavior. If you're good.
Also, I think it's kind of creepy. Very creepy. That's like, I have receipts of what? What do you have receipts of? Of women without them knowing? Like, I just think that's really gross. Very gross. Possibly a crime. But who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
Good with women. People just know. You don't have to show it to people. People can tell. Both men and women can sense it on you. It's the way you walk, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself. Confidence is quiet. You walk into the room and everybody knows. You don't have to tell people about it. So the fact that he feels the need to be like, oh yeah, I did well with women. I got receipts. I'll show you. Insecure behavior, bro.
He wants to be proper.
Very insecure. I think once I realized that, once I got my confidence, for me, I'm speaking to me personally. I got my confidence when I finally got to the age where I was like, I don't need to impress anybody. Or anyone. I just gotta be true to myself. And in doing that, I got confident, and then I noticed that other people were gravitating towards me and wanted to see, like, how are you so happy? How do you not why do you not stress over over things? It's just like, because I'm just confident that I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, he's right, but sometimes when you're like, say for example, this guy, he might be so insecure, he doesn't even know what his confidence would look like. Maybe because he doesn't have people around him that give him confidence, or that I don't know. I guess I'm trying to cut him. Maybe I'm trying to be a little bit sympathetic here, and that maybe he's just insecure because he doesn't have people around him that reward good behavior, but also he just doesn't know what to measure his confidence against. Maybe he's just comparing himself to people online. I think that's not a good thing.
Like, he's gonna make his bread, bro. I actually fucking like this guy because I think he generally is trying to like make a point.
And guys like this, the way that he talks about like measuring how deep her throat is, I think is really disgusting, and it's just goofball behavior.
You probably never hit a girl's throat, so you probably don't even know. You probably don't have the facilities to do that. So that's why it's disgusting to you.
This joke reminds me.
Also, why the fuck is I have my mic thing in the shot, but why is it so close to the camera?
Of when you're in the playground, one guy runs out of insults, so he has to be like, yeah, well, you have a small penis. All right, bro, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
I've been with.
It is definitely super corny.
More girls. You couldn't even masturbate to the girls I've been with, nigga. I don't like talking like that. I don't like flexing on the nigga.
What? Because they're dudes or what? Like, I don't understand what is he trying to say? What is this guy trying to say?
Like making videos.
I don't like flexing like that. As you just tried to flex on me for the last minute, bro. Get the out of here, dude. A lot of Americans have this entitled mentality that because we're American and because we have money, that we're better than other people.
That doesn't represent me well, because I'm a humble person. I don't think
that's crazy. That's crazy. I was about to say the Lord works in mysterious ways. He made this man super insecure and boastful, but somehow he's still humble. This is insane to me. I gotta take my glasses off. My cheeks are just stuck because it's just insane. This is insane.
Because just because you have more money than somebody means that you are better than them. So I'm sorry about that. That was a disgusting comment by me, and I should never make that comment. because everybody's trying to have a good life and trying to work and be honest people. This is a video that triggered people and clearly worked.
Okay, at least he admits the only reason why he can claim all these things is because he was born in.
But also, like, I think he's trying to act like he's still, oh, just because I got more, my bad, I don't have more money than people, it's their fault. Like, he's actually trying to play it both ways. He's not really apologizing. Which at the same time, it's like, don't apologize. Own up to it. If that's really what you're about, bro. Like, do it. Own it. Don't be pussy about it. Don't backtrack like you think you are. Like the way you are.
In America, right? If he was born in Africa or the Caribbean, like a lot of my friends who really had to get it out.
All right, why they always say Africa?
Because you're black, bro. If you go anywhere in the world and...
When I went to go get my haircut the other day, you know what my hairstylist asked me? First thing. I never asked you, are you Mexican or from India? I almost said Pakistan. I said Mexican. It's not. Yeah, she's an Asian lady, by the way. Like, it's not even a racist thing. It's more of like, okay, bro, what do we think? You think you're from Japan? Like, where are you from? You're from like what? Where are you from? Like,
and they see black people, they're not going to assume that you're American. They're going to assume you're either from the Caribbean or from Africa, especially because geographically Africa is right there. Also, the point that I was trying to make went completely over his head. People who are African or from the Caribbean don't act like this because, especially the ones that I know, they really had to get it out of the mud. They didn't come from a good first world country. They came from a third world country and they have to hustle in order to get a better life for them and their kids. That's what I'm saying. I'm making all these like really intelligent points, but they're just going over his head.
And they're not, they're going over his head, but I genuinely think he just can't understand that. And it's probably because he's in a point of his life where maybe he's spending his money in ways that boost his own not that boosts his own self-worth because he doesn't have any, if that makes sense. Because if we look, I don't want to jump too far back, but when we look, I guess I will. What are we at? 705. Okay, so when we jump here, where's the video?
I'm not gonna kiss and tell. His whole entire chat.
Look at this. You got hair transplant, goes to different countries spending money and trying to basically do softcore prostitution. Like, to me, it's like, I don't know. If we wanted to get really deep with it, it's probably a cry for help, to be honest, because he just doesn't have good role models, probably.
And he's just saying, it was a joke. It was a joke. He's just not a very... That's not an apology. And this is...
This shit, bro. Like, if you got offended by trolling or sarcasm, my bad. Hey there. A year. So...
Going over his head, and he's just saying, it was a joke. It was a joke. He's just not a very serious person, bro.
Doctors make like 70, 80K there. A year.
Which... there's one way to joke and have fun, but if you miss the point entirely, then you were never really there, physically or mentally.
Here, so it's not like they're like. Yeah, I was just trolling this shit, bro. Like, if you got offended by trolling or sarcasm, my bad.
That's not an apology. And this
also, he wasn't trolling. As somebody who does sarcasm a lot, he is not. You could tell. Look at his face. My bad. This is a cop out. This is a cop out. Because look at this. They're both looking in the same direction. So is he trolling now or is he trolling then? He's doing the same mimicked behaviors. Here and here. Here and here. Here and here. Here and here. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm being serious. Look at this. He's mimicking the same behavior. Looks to the left. Looks to the left. Looks to the left.
This is the main issue with this whole entire thing. He's only saying it's a joke now because he got so much flack for it. And
yeah, he got clowned on hard. So much that he privated his original video. Did he ever address that in this video? I hope.
I think it's cowardly behavior. Bro, you said all of these things. At least man up and stand behind what you said. But no, he's being a coward.
It's called being big pussy. He's being a big pussy right now. Big pussy. Me, Wes, and I are just fisting him right now. I'm not the only one fisting him too. It's quite a few creators doing that. But he's a pussy. Big pussy. red pill, big pussy. I don't know. Stop saying that. Basically, he's like, this is the thing about these red pill guys. They're never really about that life. They're never, ever really about that life. Because once somebody who doesn't identify with that ideology shows that you can be better, that are better than them, they start quickly questioning and like backtracking because they don't know what to believe anymore.
Coward in saying that all of it was a joke and people are crazy for reacting because he was joking around this whole entire time. But that's not the impression that he was giving off at all in the video, bro.
No.
It's only because he got all of this negative press. He was making some comments that I'm too serious, like I'm being super proper. Yeah, because I take myself seriously. I have a large amount of self-respect. I care about the image that I put into the world. But he may not because he's a clown. Many people do, as you should, because the image you put out to the world is how people are going to view you and treat you. He doesn't.
And even then, it's like not everybody has to be like Wes. So, for example, the way I carry my channel and the way I act, I don't think I'm similar. I mean, sometimes we share the same ideas, sometimes we disagree on things, or maybe we see things completely different. Like even in the first video that we reacted to, this one in this series, I saw things completely different. Even though I might have agreed with him, I saw it from a different angle and saw it completely different. But I present myself different, right? But I'm aware of the way I'm presenting myself and how I want people to perceive me, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, you know, I'm just joking. Oh, when I say something bad, oh my God. Like, no, bro. Like, if I ever say something wrong, like, for example, when I don't know something, I say that I don't know it. I own it. I don't go back and like edit the video and like, you know, I could, if I really cared about like what people thought of me, I would go back and like trim out those little segments in the YouTube editor and just like insert me knowing, you know what I mean? Like, no, if I don't know something, I'll go with it. Cause like, I just care. I'm aware of what I want people to understand about me and like see me in the way that I want to be seen. You know what I mean? Like it's, as an adult, that's what you do every day.
Have long-term thinking because your reputation precedes you and you will get opportunities not just with women but business opportunities. Yep. I was on a TV show in Colombia because I had a really good reputation and my YouTube channel did all Spanish for my restaurant, all that good stuff. These opportunities come to you because of the image you put out.
And I say this because I've gotten, back when I was a gaming channel, I've gotten gaming deals. I've gotten, hell, I even got this microphone, this expensive ass microphone. Thanks to shout outs to Mackie. We're still working on our deal. But Mackie, they gave me this basically awesome, high quality, high end audio equipment. And I was a smaller creator than this by the time you're watching this video. And it's all based on how you present yourself and how you build a community around yourself. And if you're someone like this guy, you're not, to me personally, and a lot of brands and sponsors, they will stay far away from you because they see that you don't value yourself, but two, you don't value others.
Yes, I do care about my image and you should too.
Western values without Western money, baby. You can't have Western. That's a joke. That is a joke.
He's not a funny guy. I mean, like
he's trying to chicken out. He's chickening out.
Comedic timing is just bad. He's only saying it's a joke now because he's getting a lot.
Sorry, there's a boba in here, and it's really bothering me because I can't get it out. I'm drinking the banana boba. I'm constantly drinking stuff when I'm recording because I yap so much. Like, say for example, this video is like 16 minutes, almost 17. It will turn into like a 40-50 minute long video, and I'm yapping the whole time. So I have to keep my throat moist. Sounds. Hey. There's no other way of saying it.
A lot of flack for it. BS, bro.
I didn't mean anything about that. People, I realize that people, this is the internet. People don't understand my sarcasm and my shit. That shit's funny. Even he laughed because it's a joke.
That's not the way you were portraying it, bro. I just don't think you're that funny of a guy. Or at least
I think it can be funny, but you're not portraying it in the context of the video. So like if this whole video was joking around, that would be different. But it's very clear that he's not that in this video.
It's like in YouTube videos. You may be a cool person and funny in person. Like if you're with the boys, I would laugh if he made a comment like this, to be honest. But on a YouTube video, bro, he was trying to flex for YouTube, right? Or flex for the boys. It's like
he's trying to show off.
Comedian making a joke, no one laughs, and then him getting mad at the people. It's like, oh, you just don't understand my sense of humor. Bro, it just wasn't funny. That's it. Also, if you guys enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, consider becoming a channel member to help support the channel as well.
Yeah, I'm a rude motherfucker.
It's such a weird place to put it. You should, Wes, I don't know if you're watching this video, Wes. You should probably put that like in the first 5 minutes, somewhere around there. I just don't do it because I'm a small creator right now. And I just, as a channel member, I don't know what to offer yet that I can consider, which I might offer. If you made it to this far in the video and you're watching the whole video, I'm thinking of adding like exclusive live streams and exclusive content that like I wouldn't post. Think about doing Patreon, not channel memberships, and posting like videos that are not, I wouldn't say like that I can't post on YouTube, but may, I don't know, just allow us to have more unfiltered conversations. It's not like I'm gonna say like some crazy shit, but I'm trying to have you understand without saying it outright, I guess, if that makes sense.
I'm told you I'm working on disrespectful, but I don't give a fuck.
And that's the problem.
That's a Joker laugh.
Don't care. Like, who cares?
So a little bit of context. He's saying that it doesn't matter if the girl's parents accept me or not. He doesn't give an F. He doesn't care about any of this stuff. And this is how you know this guy has not traveled a lot. There are many places in the world that are still very traditional. People are tribal by nature, and most people want to date within their own race. One of the interesting things about Poland is that even though they are quite racist, if you come into the country, accept their values, learn their language, and adopt to the culture, they will accept you as one of their own. Now, granted, it's easier for people, for example, like me, who are of East Asian descent, because we have a very good reputation here. But the bigger issue is that him saying that he doesn't care is ruining it for other black guys. Reputation and image.
And I think that's the problem he doesn't understand. Now, I want to say this as respectfully as I can, without sounding like, without getting the woke mob crazy. But in America, I think a lot more black men need to understand this point. Sometimes you ruin it for other black men, especially internationally.
Is so important. This is something that Kevin...
And I know this because as somebody who comes from Mexican descent and Mexican heritage, the stereotype around us is that we're hardworking, but we would work for any rate. We're hardworking, but we don't care about money, which is true to some extent, but like still doesn't, like the when I would get hired for a job, people would want to pay me less but want me to work harder, right? And that's because of the stereotypes that other people have brought before me. So it's every race has this, but the fact that like especially in America, a lot of black men don't understand this. And I think they need to. And I know even Mexican men too.
Samuels has talked a lot about, and something that I'm also learning as well. Now, this guy may not care about his reputation, but you are representing your country, or specifically your race, no matter where you go. It's actually doing the most harm to other black guys, and not just black Americans who have the worst reputation, guys from Africa.
Yeah, and I think Americans have a pretty bad reputation. But then you just, by doing something like this, like what this guy's doing, is just making it worse for black Americans.
Guys from the Caribbean, a lot of them who come not just to Poland, but to other countries in the world trying to make an honest living, trying to be an honest citizen. They're fighting an uphill battle because of the bad stereotypes put upon them. People don't take black people seriously because of clowns like this. As an Asian person, I didn't understand this until recently. Asian people, we have such a good reputation everywhere in the world. From a young age, we are shamed by our parents from misbehaving in public. Now, I think this comes with a bunch of different issues. Like, we have a lot of emotional trauma in our household. But I think it makes us very good citizens to society in the future, even though...
And that's yeah, that's very, very... From a lot of the other Asian people I know, that's very true.
we get a bad stereotype in the US for being docile, feminine, and not masculine in some ways. We don't have bad stereotypes like we're criminals or we're disrespectful. If anything, it's the complete opposite. It's only positive things about us, that we're hard workers, that we're very respectful. Even me, as an Asian American, I still fulfill that positive stereotype. He's ruining it for the rest of his own people, and I actually think that has to be called out.
Oh, you made a video though. Cause me and my friend like to talk his shit. We like to have fun. I'm learning. I'm a millennial, so I'm learning the internet. Like, people actually care.
And this is the weird entitled mentality that people who grew up in a first world country have. In other countries, if you openly disrespect people,
I think I see what Wes is saying, but I don't want to let this slide. He's just capping. He's just lying at this point. He's just trying to backtrack as much as he can.
You're gonna get your ass kicked, bro. And I think it's totally justified. This is how the world works. Actions have consequences. And his excuse for...
He could just be a young guy, but why was he getting a hair transplant if he's super young?
All of this is just, oh, it was a joke, bro. I can't believe you guys are taking it seriously. But that's like if you were to go up to somebody, insult them to their face, tell them, oh, your mother's a whore. And then when he gets angry trying to defend his family and his honor, as he should, as real masculine men do, then you're like, no, it's a prank, it was a joke.
That's actually a good way of describing it.
I hate this kind of behavior with a passion, and hopefully he changes his mind. If he continues this behavior, he's gonna get checked one day. He was saying some crazy stuff about how people in Europe, European men are not men, they're not tough.
All the tough guys making threats to me. I live in New York City, European men. Oof, scared me. Oh my God. Oh, I see a European guy in his like Chelsea boots and his accent walking down the street. I'm shivering my boots. I just go to the other side of the street. Yeah, they super tough. Like, pfft.
Okay, bro, go to the Balkans, come here.
I think that's very much a New Yorker mentality. One of my best friends, who's still my best friend today, I'm just gonna say since like high school. God, this is another video where I say like my high school or college, and it's like turns out it was like 10 years ago or 10 plus years ago. And again, I feel old, but I'm not even that old. I'm just in my late 20s. But he tells me all the time that he hates New Yorkers, even though he was born and raised in New York. And this is one of the like this whole like ain't nobody like us. And it's like, well, yeah, definitely nobody wants to be like y'all. So
here to Poland, come again. After making this video, come here to Poland again, bro, and let's see what happens to you, bro. And this is why I say he's not making money like that, because all the guys that I know that are actually making money like this have no problem dating a girl who doesn't really make any money or is a university student. Because it doesn't matter, right? What matters is that she's a good person, she makes me happy, she's emotionally stable.
We can go bet for bet. Fuck that. We can go M for M. Bro, like, let me see a deed to a house. Bro, it's a YouTube video. You don't know me.
But the YouTube video is a representation of you and what you're putting.
And also, I can tell by just the walls. Look at his walls. What do you like to be respectful? Not saying this is in a mean way to the audience. Do you see my bed in the room? Bro literally has a jail cell and he only has enough room for a bed and his desk. And so I hate this whole like I don't like flexing and I don't like comparing, but I hate this whole red pill band for band like yo, because they do this whole fake it till they make it, and I want you, the viewer, to understand something. These red pill people will always fake it till they make it. They never, ever have it. They never, ever have it. And as somebody who is not rich, but is comfortable enough, I can tell you people like that have some type of wealth or some type of stability in their life don't act like him. And you know this too. So I just want to keep pointing it out. I don't mean to be an asshole so much to him, but I just want to point it out. These red pill guys never, ever, ever have it. They always fake it till they make it.
Putting out to the world. Look at the comments on my video, bro. I have never seen so many comments at that video hating on you and your behavior, but I think most of it is justified, bro.
Bullshit. I was super nice, super genuine, super cool. You think I was like this to them girls, bro? I was mad chill. It's just a YouTube video, bro. Like, why are you taking it so seriously? People who move like, how do you know how people with money move?
Because I have a lot of rich friends.
Is everybody with money move the same way? Like everybody.
He don't got money like that. Look at him. He only got what is this? One light? Nothing on the shelf? What is this? What? Who? Why does he have a bed in here? What? Like, oh, come on. These aren't nice curtains either. Like, come on.
Everybody who has money, once you get $1 million, you have to move a certain way.
This is how you know that this guy's not about that life. I do have a lot of wealthy friends. Not everybody.
That's also another thing too. Again, these red pill people are never ever about that life because they can never achieve it. Most of them never will.
Acts the same. That's dumb, right? But there are certain behaviors and actions that are required in order to be successful. And one of them is protecting your reputation. Reputation and status is so important to wealthy people. Once you make enough money, there's nothing really to buy. Everything else is about status and power, right? So this is what I mean. He's making fun of the point that I'm actually making, which is a legit point. And
I just think also too, it's like as a content creator for myself and as Wes, and hopefully maybe this guy will realize, I want to and do my best to represent myself well, because as this channel grows, there's going to be a community of us that develop. And I want to make sure that I, as the person of the channel, I want to represent the community well, because I will be the first person to represent the community, and then the community represents themselves. So it's like, even though we're two separate entities, we'll always be together. And so as in the same way I would want the community, our community to represent ourselves well, I got to represent myself well too. So that's why it's like, we all got to do our own part, right? Like, that's why when y'all guys are commenting below, I always say, just speak however you want. I'm going to always vouch for just say what you feel and feel what you say. But at the same time, if we're over here sending like threats and shit, that's different. I'm not going to stand for that. But that's what I'm trying to get to is, no matter what, even a community, an audience has to still do their part. If they do their part to represent the community well, the creator should too.
My rich homies that are watching will agree with exactly what I'm saying. This guy is just saying Poland is bad because he doesn't bring a lot to the table, and he's projecting that onto Poland as a country, which I think is wild.
You're projecting your insecurities on me, saying that I'm a clown or whatever, but you're like, oh, like, bro, I don't think like you. Me and you not the same person, bro.
You're right. We don't think the same.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, y'all definitely don't think the same at all. He should. Maybe he'll do much better. His channel might be better off, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop being an asshole. I just really hate these red pill people, dude. I'll be honest. I've had to hold myself back a lot this video, and even the last video. I just don't like these red pill people. They're all phony, fakes. They just don't bring anything to the table. They have no confidence, and they just don't even know how to even get out of that outside of just being shitters.
On a different level than you, my friend. And you and I both know it. That's why you're acting this way.
Get the Patreon to see real shit. I don't think like you.
So one of the things this guy said was that the real stuff is on Patreon. So I wanted to see what kind of content he was posting on Patreon.
Let me guess, it's pictures of girls without them knowing.
I can't believe I'm doing this. The lanes I go to for YouTube, bro. I want to see what it's about. Okay. Dating in the Philippines, dating in New York, uncut.
I hope this is not getting me canceled. Bro, the intro.
So, hey, dude, I have a pretty good idea of what this guy is offering. Very, very. Oh, hey, dude, I have a pretty good. So, hey, dude, I have a pretty good idea of what this guy.
Sorry, I just like blacked out because what am I looking at here?
Get me canceled. Bro, the intro.
So, hey, dude, I have a pretty good idea of what this guy is offering. Very, very riveting stuff. Super, super enlightening. Hey, so this video was a waste of my time because I thought he was gonna.
I didn't. So he's just like showing off other women. Isn't that what I just said? I thought it would be. I didn't look at the Patreon. I just assumed, mostly because these red pill people are all the same. They will fake it till they make it, and they bring nothing to the table. They are absolutely no value in this world.
To talk about one of the girls that he was with, but it wasn't even him. It was his buddy. So I'm now doubting
What? That's crazy.
if he was the one that got the girl, because the girl that he was showing here, I don't know if that's his girl or the buddy, like his buddy having sex with her. I have my doubts. And so his Patreon is essentially just him talking about his sexual conquest. Girls have OnlyFans, right? So I'm not gonna really comment on that. I don't know if these girls.
I think at least the OnlyFans that girls have provide some type of value. This dude doing story times about his sex life is. If you're following this, unironically, his Patreon, unironically, just to hear another man's sex stories, like story times, just respectfully, you're at the bottom of the barrel behavior. Like,
girls are aware that he's posting this on the internet, but it's crazy, man. I can't believe
that is true. I wonder if they're aware of what he's doing.
I spent $11 on this.
$11? That's way too high for this. Which, if I start a Patreon, if you spend $11, you'll definitely get better value than whatever the fuck this guy's making.
Things that I do for content is crazy. You don't fit in here in Europe because European people are cultured. Everyone here speaks multiple languages, and you're from America, man. You know, you barely speak one language. You think that the world will cater to you because you're American, and that's just not how the world works. He has like no self-awareness at all. He thinks all this is a joke. I'm just like, come back to Poland, bro. If you really think all of this is a joke, come back to Poland and see what happens, bro. Do you guys like?
Yep. Well, that is the video. I didn't realize this was going to go on to an hour. I didn't realize it rambled this long. But the reality is, this dude is just. I'm glad. You know what? Maybe as part of the channel, we'll start really calling out these red pill guys if we see them, because I try not to. I try not to shit on them too much, because realistically, like I said, I think they have other shit going on mentally. That they should probably deal with first, but if it's on the internet, I guess it's fair game. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Check out the next one. Bye bye.